Waiting for the time to pass you by. Hope the winds of change will change your mind. I could give 1,000 reasons why, and I know you, and you've got to.
Hello friends, it is Saturday, June 24th. I just got done at the gym, got a smoothie there, came home, and now it is time to catch all the rays, because I don't ever get to be out in the sun anymore. I used to be a lifeguard for 7 years, so it's an issue for me. Anyway, got my lemon water because it's good, and also I have a terrible stomach and I feel like lemon water has fixed it. Like, my stomach does not hurt when I drink this at all during the day and stuff, and usually my stomach hurts like, I don't know, at least 50% of the time. So if you're having digestion issues, try this. Let me know how it works. And lastly, I have a China paper to write. It has to be 10 pages. Well, it has to be 3,500 words, which somebody tells me is the equivalent of 10 pages. But whatever. So I have all my sources, all of them. And I've already read like 4 of them. Oh god. So I'm gonna finish reading those bitches and then get this thing done. By which I mean halfway done. Because I don't know how much I'm gonna get done today. But regardless, it needs to be done by Monday. The due date is July 1st, but I want it done by Monday. So happy Saturday. I hope you are chilling. It's a beautiful day in Kansas City. It is like 80 degrees and not humid, so I'm going to enjoy it while I can, and I will catch you in the next clip. Look what came. Frickin' First Form and Jaclyn Hill palette. Let's do this. From First Form, I ordered some more Glutamine, and the cool thing is that I placed this order, I think it was Sunday night, and it's Wednesday, so that's pretty decent shipping time, although I am in Kansas City and they are in St. Louis, so that probably helps. But I am almost out of Glutamine, so I got another one, and if you are not familiar with Glutamine, this is like one of my top supplements. It basically just helps with recovery, enhances muscle growth, and boosts immune system function, which I already have an immune system of steel. But, you know, it's always good to have stuff that will help you, and definitely I notice a difference if I don't take this with how sore I am. So especially when you are dieting down and you're in a caloric deficit, this is good. I mean, this is good all the time, but when you're in a caloric deficit, you're not able to recover as quickly. So this definitely helps with that. And I was going to order some more of their BCAAs, but they are out of my favorite flavor, which is lemonade, so I think I'm going to reach out to them and ask how long it's going to be before they restock the lemonade. Otherwise, I'm just using some samples right now that I have from PE Science, actually, and which is fine. Like, I need to use them anyway, and I'm keeping the wrappers to do a little review, so that's fine. But yeah, another thing that I really like about First Form and their customer service is that they always handwrite you a note. So it just says, "Hey Melissa, thank you for your order. Enjoy the Glutamine. Any questions, let us know." And literally every single order that I've ever placed with them, I've gotten a handwritten note, and that, to me, says a lot about the company, so I love that. And yeah, that's all for the supplement talk for now. Okay, and now for the second thing, which I ordered right when it launched last week. I spent a solid, I had to say 45 minutes on my phone waiting in line for the Morphe store. Oh, fuck yeah! My stomach hurts right now, but it doesn't even matter because this is here. Yes, I have had this bitch in my budget for like a year. 2 years, apparently, because that's how long it took her to work on it. Oh my god. So I'm sure if you are aware of what this is, you've already watched several videos about it, but here's what the back of it looks like. I got into the YouTube world by watching makeup tutorials, and now I just watch them for the people, like Jaclyn Hill. So I've followed her since before she even had 1 million subscribers. So I feel like I'm an OG, even though 900,000 something is still a lot of freaking people. But anyway, so, oh, comes bubble wrapped. Check the nails. I did them myself. I learned from the Asians while I was in China. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Check it out. I'm not swatching them because A, there's a ton of videos doing just that. B, I don't like swatching things. I feel like it ruins them. It's kind of like when it snows outside and you walk in the snow. Like, why'd you do that? I also have an Amazon package coming, but that's nothing exciting. It's like meal prep containers. Also, I don't know if you can tell, but I did cardio today. I did like 35 minutes on the Stairmaster, and whenever I do cardio, my mascara gets sweaty and it leaves like a line, and I tried to wipe it off before I started filming, but sometimes it's still there, so excuse that. I also, for this video, want to talk about how to correctly weigh your food for macro tracking, because somebody asked, so I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do for dinner, and then I will show you how I weigh it out, because it definitely depends on, like, if you're weighing it before you cook it or after you cook it, or if it's like a dry food like oatmeal, or like it's a wet, that sounds like, okay. Yeah! So I'm having kind of a hodgepodge of a dinner because I really want steak, but it's very fatty, so I can't eat very much of it, and I need more protein, so I'm gonna have steak and chicken. And then I already have sweet potatoes cooked, so I'll have that too. And so there's protein, carbs, and I don't have any vegetables made, but I just ate 5 of these little cherry tomatoes. They are like my addiction, especially in the summertime. So I have everything set up, and I'm going to show you how I weigh everything out. But first, check out this sweet glass from Shanghai Brewery. And the third word there, Donghu, is like the area / district that this brewery was in. And I got some iced tea going on, so that's a nice little reminder of China for me. Anyway, let's get this demonstration on the road. Okay, so now it's on, and it's at 0 grams, but if I take the plate off, then it accounts for the plate. So that's what I want, because I need it to be at 0. So first, I have already put into MyFitnessPal, before we even weigh this stuff out, I have already put stew meat, so that's the steak that I'm going to put in there. Oh, 3 ounces, just kidding, I gave myself 3 ounces. And then chicken, I just put the cherry tomatoes, and then sweet potato. So I just have as a placeholder 120 grams because I don't know how much this is, but after I weigh it out, then I'll just change it on there. Also, when you are adding stuff like protein in your MyFitnessPal, make sure to search for the cooked version, unless you are weighing it raw, which is just a whole bunch more work. That's just a lot of work. So make sure you're searching for the cooked, because 3 ounces is actually 19 grams. So it's, before I realized that was an issue, I was just putting it in there as whatever, and I was eating so much protein, and it was like not good for my stomach, and I was definitely eating way more than I should. So anyway, now that the scale is turned off because I've talked so long, turn that back on. And let's see if I can do this. This is on grams right now, so we're going to switch it to ounces. Obviously, these will depend on what kind of scale you have, but I have the Sharper Image one. It was super cheap at Bed Bath & Beyond, and plus you can get coupons for that place all the time. So, 0 ounces, and I'm going to weigh out 3, so just pick up whatever you need until it gets to 3. And so since there's 2.5, I'm going to try and look for a piece that might be about half. And since I've done this for a while, I'm pretty good at eyeballing it, but we'll see. There we go. See? So there's 3 ounces of that. So good to go for the steak. Next is going to be the chicken. And I think I gave myself 3 ounces of that as well. So now that it's 3 ounces, we're going to zero it out again. So it starts new. And we're going to do the chicken. So, same thing. Try and get to 3. 2 5/8. So I'm gonna need like a really small piece. I might have to end up ripping this in half. Yeah, it's 3 3/8. So let's take this one off and get a smaller. 2 3/4. I'm gonna have to rip one of these in half. Okay, 3 1/8, whatever. We'll just change it in here to 3 1/8, because we're on prep and we have to be super specific. But if you're just doing this like lifestyle wise, don't do that. Just do whatever. Okay, so there's all the, oh god, there's all the protein. I gotta wash my hand off. And then last is gonna be the sweet potatoes. So we're gonna zero it out again. And I know that even with 120 grams of sweet potatoes, I'm still nowhere near my carbs. I'm trying to hit 250 and I'm at 140, so I'm gonna have to eat some rice and stuff later. But let's just see how much this is. I'm gonna go to grams this time. Obviously you can weigh things either way. I just go off what I have just always done. Like proteins I usually do ounces. Other things I do grams, whatever. It doesn't matter. Just do what you gotta do. I'm just going to put this whole thing on there and see how much it is. Okay, so it's 164. So let's change sweet potato to 164. So that is how I weigh out my food. I'm going to like kind of smash this down. I like to put it on a small plate because then I feel like I'm eating more, you know, like that food psychology stuff. But I probably should have put it on a bigger one. So there's that. And since it was all already prepped and in the fridge, I'm just gonna heat it all up together. I'm gonna do like 2 minutes or something. And that, okay, well, camera stopped recording, I don't know. But anyway, so obviously like that's how I weigh my cooked food. But in terms of like oatmeal and stuff, or egg whites especially, like if you're weighing something that's a liquid, do grams. Because grams are more specific, you know, because they're a smaller unit than an ounce, or like 1/8 of an ounce. So like that's how I weigh my egg whites in the morning, and I put egg whites like in the skillet. Like I'll sit the blank skillet, the empty skillet on the food scale, and then I'll dump my egg whites until it gets to whatever gram I want, and then I'll cut it off. And then same thing with my oatmeal. I'll put the oatmeal in there. I use a packet that's already weighed, but I put egg whites in them, and I'll do the same thing. But I want to show you real quick. Usually when you, ow. Let me do, okay, so let's do protein, for example. When you look at a food label, it will have a description, like 1 rounded scoop. Like, okay, that's not very precise. But then next to it has 35 grams. And I have weighed a full scoop of this before, and it is not 35 grams. It's actually more than 35 grams. So if you're trying to be specific and track macros, always go off the weight of these things. That's all I got. That's all I got for this video, I think. I plan on filming a workout this week, but then stuff got changed around, and we'll see. Hopefully next week. I'm just really not trying to fight gym bullies, but I also just really want to record. I don't know. People are very aggressive. I'm gonna kill it. I don't know. People are very aggressive at the gym sometimes. So whatever. I'm gonna stop rambling. If you're still watching this, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Please like the video. Please subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.